Hi, breakfast in Malaysia, lunch in Thailand, good to be home, and I come back to this news. Now, back at the start of this year, some of the Thai banks really started cracking down on opening accounts for foreigners, and particularly the Bangkok Bank. Bangkok Bank, the largest bank by capital here in Thailand, and they've really turned the screws on over the past 4 months, making it much more difficult to open an account, something that was relatively easy in the past, but has suddenly become something that you probably need an agent to help with, wading through the bureaucracy and the paperwork. Now, that was for the past 3 or 4 months, but there's been an additional crackdown today. It all started when a post was made on a Facebook page. We'll check on that in a moment, but let's go to the Bangkok Post. A Bangkok Bank cracks down on foreigners' accounts amid scam fears. So this is all about cracking down on fraud, cracking down on the so-called Mule accounts. We'll check out what a Mule account is in just a moment. Let's go to the story. And Bangkok Bank has adopted stricter requirements for opening new deposit accounts in Thailand for foreign customers, affecting tourists and potentially any expats who do not hold long-term visas. But as we'll see, some what you might think are long-term visas are probably not included. And in the middle there, the bank said the tighter conditions align with Thailand's efforts to improve cybersecurity and combat financial scams. So again, it's this small subset of foreigners coming here, causing trouble, opening up these scam and Mule accounts, causing problems for everybody else. And the Bangkok Bank says the new conditions apply to opening new accounts and applications for credit cards and mobile banking services. So if you've already got accounts with Bangkok Bank, probably nothing to worry about. If it were me, yes, I've got a Bangkok Bank account, I'll be popping down tomorrow just to make sure there are no problems. It says the aim is to prevent financial fraud, particularly the use of so-called Mule accounts. What is a Mule account? Well, a Mule account is a bank or online account used by criminals to move stolen or illicit funds, often set up under a legitimate identity or with stolen details, and the account holder may or may not be aware their account is being used for illegal activities. Essentially, it's a way for criminals to launder money and make it harder to trace. So if you don't have cryptocurrency to launder money, maybe you'll use a Mule account. And the Bangkok Post story goes on, the adjustment could affect certain foreigners. And it says clients experiencing difficulties with financial transactions are encouraged to contact the bank through any of its available channels. Well, you could call them, I'd pop into your local branch. And a Bangkok Bank statement said if a customer is classified as suspicious under regulatory requirements, identity verification with the bank is mandatory. And if you're thinking, I'm not with Bangkok Bank, it doesn't bother me, foreign customers of other commercial banks are also encouraged to contact them if they have any concerns about the status of their accounts. Now, all this kicked off after a post from the Bangkok Community Help Foundation on Facebook that reported that Bangkok Bank had reportedly begun freezing accounts and blocking the cards of Russian nationals. And some Russian nationals have also posted notes on social media saying they were having trouble accessing their accounts. And the Russian news agency TASS quoted a Bangkok Bank spokesperson saying it stopped opening new accounts for foreign tourists, regardless of where they're from, at the beginning of this year. Well, that's not quite correct. If you had the correct documentation and a long-term visa, you were still in most cases able to open an account. And TASS quoted a Bangkok Bank spokesperson saying that foreign tourists are no longer allowed to open bank accounts here. Foreign tourists, in other words, they don't have a long-term visa. And this will surprise people. This also applies to holders of the Destination Thailand visa, the DTV, which allows them to stay in the country for up to 180 days over 5 years because it's categorised as a tourist one. Now, the whole idea with the DTV is you have to apply for the visa from outside Thailand and you are working for an overseas company, not here in Thailand. So I suppose the thinking is, why do you need a local bank account? And the Bangkok Bank spokesperson continuing, in certain cases, bank clients are asked to come to the office to sort out the situation. Sometimes we need to do a face scan so we can confirm their biometric data. And this is the crux of the matter for Bangkok Bank customers, but probably in the future also other bank customers as well. To open new deposit accounts, the bank now requires applicants to hold long-term visas, be married to Thai nationals, or own property in Thailand, among other criteria. And an account with Bangkok Bank can be opened by foreigners present in the country under retirement or non-immigration visas. And it says the central bank's move follows a case last week in which 4 employees of an unidentified commercial bank, not the Bangkok Bank, in Pattaya, facilitated the opening of accounts that were later used for criminal activities by a call centre scam syndicate. And under upcoming guidelines, banks will be required to verify not only customers' identities, but also additional information. For instance, banks must cross-check client names against the Mule account database of the Anti-Money Laundering Office and assess the risks of misuse. So assessing the risk of misuse gives a certain amount of rope to the Bangkok Bank employees, remembering that these guidelines or this situation is probably going to be across all banks here in Thailand. So if you do have a Bangkok Bank specifically, or you don't have a long-term visa, or you're not married or partnered to a Thai, probably something that you should be popping down to your local branch to check out. Invitation to subscribe to the channel. I'll keep you up to date on this story, but thanks for watching.